Oh yeah, till I just no, I didn't graduate. I left like 3 months before. I had my pops come check me out, man, because you know back then it was a little racism, and then back then, 84, 83, and then 84 hit. You know, that's when Reagan cut the Reaganomics out. Because I thought back then we summer jobs we had it good. You know, every summer we had hell of a good jobs back then. You know what I'm saying? I was junior high all the way through high school. I was making a lot of money working at the shipyard because we had those summer job programs, you know what I'm saying? Until Reaganomics hit, then it went all bad. Then 84, the cocaine dropped.
And that's where everybody changed careers, huh?
Man, that's when I was introduced to it.
Late 80s, everybody wanted to get a job at the Long Beach
shipyard. Yeah, that's what that was.
Like back then, it was paying like what, $15 an hour in the 80s was a lot.
Man, and we were kids, man. I was in junior high bringing $600-700 a week home. You know what I'm saying? Then that cocaine hit, man, and oh boy, that's when the party started.
When the rock cocaine hit, how did that change?
It was on. Long Beach was shaking around here. I remember when I was first introduced to it, my big homeboy Charlie Moe. He was fresh home from the pen, and I'd be down the street with my grandmother's house, cleaning up, watering the grass, and I used to see all these cars pulling up to his, to his Chevy, and I used to be like, damn. So every time he would leave, all these people would be pulling up looking for him and stuff. So one day I said, dang, Mo, every time you leave, all these people be looking for you and stuff. I said, well, what's up with that? and he pulled out this white stuff, man, and he put this little rock in my hand. He said, man, if I'm gone, give these people this for $50. And I said, they gonna give me $50 for this white rock? And he was like, yeah. He said, I'm gonna leave you a couple of them, and when I get back, just give me $100. So he gave me like 3 rocks, and sure enough, as soon as he got back, them 350 rocks went like that. I gave him his 100 and I kept 50. So I said, well, shit, this be stealing and robbing, and I said, I could do this. And it seemed like every time he would leave, everybody would come looking for Charlie Moe. But until I started becoming the face, and he started becoming the name. You know what I'm saying? So when he would leave, I would have all the dope. So it became where I just would be running everything, but he'd be the name. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I started in 1985.
And the Long Beach Police Department were probably not really up to what this new drug was.
And I think about this every day today. Long Beach Police, see, a lot of people don't think the Rodney King shit started it all. It was a black cop that used to work for Hawthorne Police Department that got his head smashed in the window right here on PCH where VIP was, where he filmed it and caught those cops. I forgot that cop's name, but it started here in Long Beach. Now I say that to say this, because one day we was out there serving serving rocks and stuff, and some dudes came up and robbed us. And the cops that pulled up, and we was like, man, they just robbed us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't tell them what, they didn't know that we got robbed for cocaine and money. We just told them we got robbed for money in our jewelry. So come to find out, years later, we had been getting into it with these cops. They had knew my name. I was a little teenager. They was looking for me, knew me by name and all of that. We're gonna fuck once they found out what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Years later, come to find out, I could pull this up in the press telegram too. These 2 cops was dirty as hell. They had caught a case for damn near killing a motherfucker for some black. They was racist as hell. And these 2 cops used to look for me every day. So that's where right then I just knew how serious selling these drugs was in these streets. You know what I'm saying? That these cops wasn't playing fair, and these 2 cops was dirty, man. They was dirty, and I was a youngster though. And I was just caught up in the limelight of selling drugs and having money.
Yeah, that cop that you mentioned, his name was Don Jackson.
The brother. Yeah, exactly. Don Jackson, exactly. Yeah. He was the first one to really film them cops doing some dirty stuff.
That was in 89. 2 years before Rodney King got beat.
Dig that. Then all the attention went from him to Rodney King, and the Long Beach Police Department swept that shit up under the rug. One thing I had to respect about Long Beach, I don't know now because I'm not in the limelight. See, back then when I was coming up in the 80s and in the 90s and early 80s, most of the police on the beat now and gang tasks, we knew them personally. You know what I'm saying? We gave them nicknames. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got their nicknames. You know what I'm saying? But you had reputation. You had a rapport with them back then. You know what I'm saying? You could pull up on them, and if you wasn't doing nothing wrong, you didn't have to run or do nothing because they wasn't. You know, they knew who was who. They knew what your MO was. You know what I'm saying? But now compared to you got a lot of young cowboys. It's just how the gang scene changed. The cop scene changed too. You got a lot of young cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Unexperienced dudes. You know, you just had to have a high school diploma to be a cop. As far as the corruption in Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? The Long Beach gang task back then, you had certain people, you know, but it was more respect. I got to give it to the cops back then. They had respect for us, and we had respect for them. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach drug team. They was cold. They was cold with it. They cold with it, man. They cold with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they know everybody, and then just the intel around here, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just if you was selling drugs in Long Beach, man, you had to know what you was doing, man.
Well, I would think from a police perspective, we know where all the brothers are. We know where all the drugs are.
Basically,
it's just one main area.
And that's how
it's
they.
Not like LA where there's all these spots.
Exactly.
Right? Long Beach knows where the laser precision. Right?
And that's how they was able to send Mark Money up in there and do all that old type shit. Cause I got it. And plus all the hotels. See, PCH right here, Pacific Coast Highway used to be an international host road too. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a major host road. So all these hotels up and down PCH used to be filled with crack and hoes. You know what I'm saying?
So was it their goal basically to arrest everybody that was serving?
Basically, they did shit because they did a sting like shit a couple of years ago. One of the I can't say she was a homegirl, but she knocked the whole fucking East Side. You know what I'm saying? She cracked everybody, including me.
Is that right?
Yeah. I forgot, what was her name? Jackie, I think?
So they flipped her.
Yeah. Oh, man, she flipped her. She flipped them too, shit. Oh, she was cold though. Yeah, they used her for a while. I don't ever know what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? But
so there was a point where everybody knew who she was though, right?
Man.
She was cool with everybody.
Man.
Now I'm sure she's in the wind somewhere.
I ain't seen her in years. Yeah.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description, and thanks for watching StreetTV.net.